It's Bourbon Night, it's an Uncorking. Hello, I'm Chad.
I'm Chad.
A couple of Chads.
Yep.
Chad, we have a, doctor, we have a much sought after bottle here on the table. What do we have?
We have Old Fitz Bottled-in-Bond 7-year.
Yes, the newest release from Heaven Hill. This, been waiting for this one. And if you're watching this, maybe you're looking forward to, or maybe you just got a bottle. You want to drink along with us. I don't know.
That'd be great.
Now, full disclosure, Heaven Hill did send us this bottle, although we have since bought our own bottle, both of us, separately.
Yep.
Have bought one, but this one that we are reviewing came in a very nice media kit here. That, has a candle in it. There we go. Yep. Very nice of them. Thank you, Heaven Hill. But
yes, thank you.
As we said, we've already bought bottles ourselves.
So they are paying homage to the original decanter series that started in 2018. Chad, show the bottle.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, so you can see here. So now set the bottle down.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks. Basically a taller, leaner, skinnier version of the original.
Well, I mean, and this was an homage to the original.
Right, the one from the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, exactly.
I do like how they took a little design cues, because they have had several different bottle versions of Old Fitz, one kind of similar to this. This still looks like something Art Deco from the 50s. I love the wood cork that is, replicating the glass. I prefer this, honestly.
Right.
I've broken several of those.
Oof, yeah. But what it's really replacing...
Yeah. But what it's really replacing...
Nothing happened, by the way. Is this guy.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and carefully move this out.
Yeah, put that down there. Yeah.
Now, since the decanter that I just removed from the table started in 2018, we're pretty sure this went away in 2017?
Ish,
yeah. 17 to 18. And this was just a 4-year, I think technically it was non-age stated, but bottled in bond, so.
It's got to be at least 4 years
old.
old.
Got to be at least 4.
And super affordable. This was a 750 was less than $20. A 1 liter was like less than 25.
Yeah. And a handle, $30, something around there.
Max.
Low 30s. Yeah, just a great deal. I remember, I don't want to call it whiskey abuse, but I remember taking this to a festival. It might have been like the first Railbird or something.
Yeah.
And letting my buddy put it in his cooler, which had ice that was melting. So like when it came out, the back label was, like falling off and stuff. And I was like, it's just Old Fitz.
Yeah.
And I remember him being like, yeah, it's just Old Fitz. It's a great value though. It's good for what it is. I'm like, yeah, it's
get it anywhere.
It's perfectly great.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, how did I do that to that? Why was I treating it like
Hindsight's 2020.
I know. Did we already talk about MSRP? $59.99 MSRP?
$59.99 MSRP. I don't remember if we did. This should be a standard shelf item. Once it hits, it's slow rollout right now. So there are people who are trying to buy early and flip early. Don't fall into that.
Don't do it.
Yep.
Don't you do it.
Don't fall in that trap.
Don't you do it. The more you know.
Don't you do it.
But there is a lot of hype around this bottle. I want to get into it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Did we even say wheated? It's wheated. I was trying to think. I'm a little shook right now.
It is a wheated bourbon from Heaven Hill. 68 corn, 20% wheat, and 12% malted barley.
Yeah.
Very sweet. Very sweet.
Very sweet. Sugary.
Yeah.
Candy sweet. Mm-hmm. Not even like your...
Not like baked good.
Baked good or like
no.
Dessert, like, cooked type of dessert. Not even that, just like candy sweet.
Good butterscotchiness to it.
I was going to say butterscotch or, caramel brittle type of... Not a whole lot happening on the nose, yeah, but...
It's pleasant.
It is pleasant. Perfectly fine nose.
Yeah.
So, let's see what we got. To your health. Also sweet on the palate.
Yep. That is wheated bourbon, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do get a little more pastry action on the palate.
Yeah. Little buttery, flaky crust.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was thinking a toaster strudel, actually.
Toaster strudel?
So pastry,
man.
Pastry, flaky.
It's been a minute.
Sugary.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
Some strawberry or just berry, whatever the flavors are for toaster strudels. I haven't had one in so long.
Mm-hmm. It's like the more upscale Pop-Tart. You know,
See, I always thought it was a cheaper Pop-Tart.
why? There's more steps required.
Yeah, and it's not the best version of it. I'd rather just have a Pop-Tart.
Okay, well.
You're telling me a nice frosted Pop-Tart that's been toasted for extra long is worse than a toaster strudel that you can't even hold in your hand?
It's because it's more of a delicacy. You don't hold a steak in your hand.
I do.
Oh my god, of course you do. Weigh in the comments about which is the higher echelon. Is it a Pop-Tart? Or is it a toaster strudel?
Toaster strudel.
You know, I know we've been John here, but not a real long finish, I don't feel like.
No.
Definitely ready to go back.
Yep, let's do it. Second sip's a lot more pleasant. Brings out a lot more oak, spice.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got oak on that second
Yeah.
one. I really wasn't getting it on the first. Black pepper.
Yep. Good punchy black pepper too, like fresh ground. Nice vanilla, like cream, like almost soft servy vanilla. Like not so much the flavor, but the texture. It does have good texture on it.
It does. Yeah, it does.
I just wish I had a longer finish.
Yeah.
It fades. It fades very fast.
There is a finish there, but it's instead of more staying in the chest, it's staying in my esophagus. And it's kind of like that black pepper residual. That's what's going along. To let you guys know, this isn't a fresh crack. Tried it last night, and then before we filmed this, for about 30 minutes, we left the cork off of the bottle to let it get some air. But there's going to be more air here in the glass, so I say we let it sit for 10 minutes or so, and we come back to give it more of a fair shake of it being open for a little bit longer. In the meantime, we can tell you about whiskyambitions.com. It's our home on the internet where you can get the rye or die matches the bottle. That's why I wore it today, or the Bourbon Night official logo over here.
Wore a red
T-shirt.
shirt. Dang.
I should have. Tag on it. That's where we can get the glasses that we're drinking from. In fact, all of our glassware, including our water glasses, our Copitas, mini Glencairns, and more, candles and hats, hoodies, all that jazz at whiskyambitions.com.
Also, if you want to become a Patreon member for as little as $1 a month, you can go to patreon.com/itsbourbonnight, where you can submit ideas for episodes, Q&As, another round, message in a bottle, or message in a bourbon bottle, whatever you're calling it. Or we're calling
we
it.
decided it's still to come.
Yeah, but keep an eye out for that. Also, you get first dibs on barrel picks, and once again, that's patreon.com/itsbourbonnight.
Yeah, discounts on merch. I don't know if you said that.
Oh, I did not. Discounts on merch.
And names and stuff.
Yeah.
Names and stuff.
All down here. Yep.
They might have finished.
Oh, yeah.
I can never tell the timing, but I think that's enough time for it to have gone by. Yes, there we go. All right, we're gonna let it sit here for about another 8.5 minutes, and we'll be right back after this. And we're back. Thanks for sticking around. Not you. It's sat here, and we're gonna see what's what.
Yeah.
Ooh, a little bit more baked.
Yeah.
Baked goods, a little more confectionery now than just like
super confectionery. A lot of like toasty brown sugars.
Yeah.
It almost has like that fresh baked bread and donutiness to it.
Yes. Yeah, the cinnamon donuts.
Yeah.
Oh, the cake
Ooh.
donuts. Oh, now I want one. All right.
All right.
Okay. That definitely helped it, for sure. Now, also, you know, it's not completely off our palate in that 10 minutes, so we are still more and more acclimated to it. But that time in the glass, we also did some aggressive swirling right before we came back. Do feel like the air has helped this. Me thinking back to last night when my first reaction when I poured it, and if you can think back to the first time that you had it, markedly better, I would say.
Yes. 10x.
10x.
Well, a lot more flavors come out of it. I do think this is a bottle that needs some air, or at least, let it rest, or maybe some, like you said, aggressive swirling.
Aggressive swirling.
Aggressive
swirling.
That's enough of that.
All right.
We're not Limp Bizkit. It does open up, though. It opens up really well. And whether you believe in that or not, it's just like wine. The interaction of air, oxygen, burns off a little bit of that ethanol. It is going to release a little more flavor. And I definitely think even just putting it up to my nose, it's really transformed.
Much better nose. That first sip from coming back was definitely more enjoyable. Let's see what else we can get out of this guy.
Nice bright fruit. It's a little bit of like apple, but also strawberry, some citrus in there. Finish still lacks though.
I mean, it is sticking around a little bit more in the chest, but it is still more located more in the mouth and on the palate. It's 100 proof, which, you know, it's not nothing.
No.
There's been 100 proofers out there that spread out in the chest really nicely, so I don't think it's just a product of its proof or its age. I mean, 7 years.
Not to turn your nose up at. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, you think about the youngest of the decanter series that they've done, which is 8 years, just 1 year older. If you go by the $10 a year rule, which I really kind of feel like Old Fitz decanter series sort of was the first one who kind of pushed that out there in the world.
Yeah,
$10 a year. It doesn't go across all brands or even expressions. Where if you go by that $10 a year, this one is $10 under. So I think that just might be the difference in the bottling, right? That big decanter and a little decanter.
Oh yeah, saving money, not having a glass topper. You know, I mean, it is a custom bottle, but mass produced, not mass produced.
Exactly, yes, because this will be a regular on the shelf. Should be available. It just depends on how popular it is. Oh yeah, what is that like? Almost like there was a peach pop, or maybe it was more that lemon that I had on the third sip, but definitely more brightness there. That was a weird sip. I almost got like some tropical vibes going on.
Well, I was gonna say there's like a mangoiness to it.
Mango, yeah, that's some islandy vibes.
Yeah, it's what is like a bright fruit and kind of citrusy, but not really. I know mango's not citrusy, but it's in like, you know, it's mango. It's
mango.
Yeah, it doesn't really fall on a flavor thing, but yeah, it does have some tropical fruitiness to it.
Well, we're just gonna finish it up here. I feel like this statement's gonna be true of pretty much any whiskey. However, keep that in mind, it has gotten much better from the first sip to the last sip. Much, much better. Now, a lot of that's just, you're used to tasting it. You're acclimated. You've heard us say that 100 times. But also, that break that we took in between, the time in the glass, the agitating, that type of it opening up, and the fact that this wasn't, I mean, it's still pretty high in the bottle, but not a fresh crack. That has really benefited it. Other bourbons benefit more than others. Does that make sense? Some bourbons benefit more than others with opening up, and I feel like this is one that really benefits from opening up.
100%. I agree with that. I think that it is a much better whiskey now than when we started the episode. Take that with a grain of salt, but if you purchase a bottle or you find one, I definitely advise or just suggest pouring some in a glass, letting it sit for a few minutes before you taste it, or taste it, then let it sit before you enjoy it.
Yes.
And even like Chad said a little bit earlier, taking the cork off and just kind of letting the air out. You can laugh all you want. We think it does something. So.
Yeah, I think so. And since we mentioned it earlier, we said that already purchased another bottle. It was on an upcoming bourbon hunt. No spoilers, but $65 is what we purchased it for, which would be $5 over retail, which is
good deal.
A good deal, I would say. It's an official uncorking, so we have to do a recommend or not. I would say $60 MSRP. Obviously, I'm willing to pay $65 for it. Now, if I had just did a review last night, this might be a little different. But did our due diligence, let it open up. Some whiskeys take a little bit more, they might not be as ready to wear. Right. How about that?
A little bit of je ne sais quoi.
Okay, a little bit more of time and attention. And since that has happened, I would give it the recommend. What about you, Chad?
I also would give it the recommend.
Okay.
Based on everything you just said, letting it open up. And there have been many times I have purchased bottles and like it's not my favorite, and I go back to it a couple weeks later or after some air, and I'm like, wow, how did I knock this at all? So give it a second chance. If you don't like it at first, it definitely will grow on you.
Yeah, there we go. All right, well, hey, that's where we better leave it. If you haven't subscribed to us already, you can do so by clicking right up here. There are suggestions of other videos down here. Hope to see you over there in one of those. And until next time, drink more bourbon.